Good. So let's talk about love, and let's talk about making money with love. There are really, I think, great opportunities in the online dating space. It is a really dynamic space. So just to give a brief history of who we are. So we come a long way, and we have evolved into many different types. So we started as eDarling, which then got investment from eHarmony, and we effectively became the eHarmony international branch. So we launched effectively the eHarmony product under the eDarling brand in all non-English speaking markets. So Germany, France, Spain, Poland, Russia. And we built a big international business, which was basically part of the eHarmony group in a way. But then in 2013, we part ways. So eHarmony left our company, and then our shareholders bought back the shares from eHarmony. And that's when the fun really started, when we broke ties with eHarmony. And that was a time when we were allowed then to launch into the English markets. And in the English markets, obviously, we couldn't launch with the eDarling brand and the former eHarmony product. So we launched an improved version and under the Elite brand. And that's basically how we became EliteSingles. Last year, we launched in the US very successfully. We did a rebranding, so now we basically own the green color in the dating space, so we're the only green dating app. We just did an acquisition, so the first acquisition in our history. We've done it last month in France, so we bought Attractive World, and we consolidated as a market leader in France, among other things. So it's been quite a journey. So where are we today? So we are in 26 countries, so we are very international. And our top countries are basically France, where we are the market leader in serious and premium dating, as well as the US, Canada, UK, and Australia. So all the big English markets is where we focus with the Elite brand. We have 3 brands in our portfolio. So eDarling is our historical business that came from the eHarmony days. Very profitable, but quite a old business. EliteSingles is the top brand with around 70% of our business being EliteSingles, and that's the brand we use in the top markets. And Attractive World is a brand that we bought just a month ago. So it's basically the new addition to our portfolio. So putting us in perspective, so where do we fit? So in the world of online dating, we're the 6th largest online dating company in the world, and we are the 3rd largest in Europe. We were 60 million of revenues last year. This year we are around 80 million, and we are on track to make 100 million next year. So there is good money to be made in the business of love. And Parship is slightly ahead, so I'm quite keen to know what they have to say afterwards. But one of the most important things as well is that we are the fastest growing among the top 10. So we're currently growing 20% organically, and with the acquisition, inorganically, we're at another 10% on top. So we're currently growing at 30% and profitable. So it's a really good momentum that we're having. So where do we belong? So everybody says, like, well, the dating market is so crowded. Tinder must be killing everybody, and so on. And for us, the picture is quite different, but partly because we're very different. So we target a far more serious end of the spectrum, much older, and far more premium. So we go for the top end, and we try to really own, with a very strong brand, the top end of the dating space. So if I say where do we fit, basically, we go for people that are 35 or 40 years old and plus. So we don't go for the kids, the millennials, they can play with Tinder. We go for the older, more serious people who actually are more willing to pay. We don't go for millions of users, but we rather go for thousands. But on the other hand, we charge very high subscription. So our average subscription is around 50 euros per month. So we are really expensive, and we always are the most expensive dating site in the country. And that alone sets quite a high bar in terms of quality and the people that go to our product. So we monetize the users really well, but the user economics are very different between the two models. And in our model, basically, it's driven by marketing. Because in the business of love, effectively, people don't wait forever. So effectively, either you find love or you get frustrated and you give up. So you're not proactively looking for love forever. So eventually, people will churn. So one way to keep our business always growing is obviously to have a very well-oiled marketing machine and be able to keep growing. So marketing is extremely important in the dating industry, and the ones that can crack that have always an advantage. So in terms of demographics, we have everything in our favor because we target a much older demographic and more serious. So the society are aging. There's more and more 40+ every year. Obviously, divorce rates are going up. Younger people, older people feel younger. So people now in their 50s still feel that all the adventures are still to come and there's great life ahead. So it's not like 30 years ago. And online dating is becoming more acceptable, especially as there's so many success stories. So people know that online dating works. It's actually one of the best ways to meet people, especially when you're 40+. Like, it's not so easy to meet new people, and online dating actually gives you the best option for that. So effectively, in order to increase market share, which is what we are doing, it's all about marketing. We need to win the marketing battle. And in that, you basically need higher ROI than your competitors. And you do that by 4 main things. So effectively, you need a very strong USP, so a reason why people should choose your brand, because there's so many other brands in the market. And for that, the elite brand and the elite positioning worked very well for us in the English markets. You need a great product, so you have to be able to invest a lot in product. You need a strong brand, so you have to build really strong brands, and that also takes a lot of time in investment, especially on TV advertising. And you obviously need liquidity, so you need a lot of people in the dating platform. So the value of your platform at the end of the day is the value of the customers you have in. So effectively, the better you do, the more resources you have to actually do even better. And that's why I'm a big believer in consolidation and size. So what we see consistently with ourselves is that the bigger we get, the more successful we become, and our margins keep increasing. And what I see is effectively bigger players than us, when we go back to the chart about size, is Parship has slightly higher margins than we do. Match is the biggest in the world and have really, really good margins. So effectively, there's a lot of value in the scale in this industry. And I feel that the whole dating space is quite fragmented at the moment. So I think there is a lot more consolidation to be done in our space. And we want to be part of it, especially because the larger you become, the more you can invest in technology. And therefore, you convert better with a better product. You spend more money, you build bigger brands, you have bigger customer bases, and that's just basically a much better product that then nobody can beat. So, and the reason why I'm really excited at the moment in the position where we are is that we are getting to 100 million of revenues, but the interesting thing is that the vast majority of our revenues come actually from the small countries. So we are market leader in a lot of different countries, including France, so it's a really good market for us. But effectively, the largest countries for us in terms of revenues are still the countries where we are the smallest. So we know how to be a leading brand. We basically have really good marketing economics that allows us to keep investing, and we are just very new with the EliteSingles brand. So in America is our second largest market, but basically 1 out of 10 people, and not even knows about us in the US. So we are still not even known in the US, and still doing extremely, extremely well. And with the marketing economics on our side, we basically will keep increasing and pushing to bring those markets up. And if we are able to increase the English markets to the levels that we have achieved elsewhere, including France, then the opportunity for us is massive. So the growth potential for our companies is still quite large. So I'm really excited about that. So if I summarize it, is basically, I think we have a great opportunity ahead. So we're growing extremely fast, organically, and now also through M&A, and that's something that we will continue to explore. We're increasingly profitable. We have basically double our investment in product, so that the profitability basically allows us to improve your product resources. We have a really strong positioning, especially against eHarmony in that segment. We outbeat basically our competitors in most marketing channels, and we are increasing brand awareness and TV budgets constantly. So we are basically going in a really good direction, and the growth effectively has accelerated massively since 2014. So I feel that there's a really good opportunity in the world of dating. Not everything is the same, so there's a lot of companies that want crazy valuations and they make no money, and they just sell about customers. At the end of the day, it's about making profit and making money out of your user base. And we see that with a scale, you're really able to do that. So I'm quite proud and quite excited about our future. Also quite impressed by what Parship that is presenting next has done. So I think it's a really interesting time for our industry. I think online dating is getting sexier again. So that was it. Thank you.